Welcome back for more Reddit story videos. Today we have several entitled parent stories for you to enjoy. As always, don't forget to share and like if you enjoy these videos. Without further ado, here we go. Entitled mom storms into a school to slap a kid because he accidentally got hot glue in his son's clothes. So this encounter with the wild beast wasn't mine but my mom's. My mom is a teacher there. She didn't interact with her, but she did witness it. Cast: EM, the wild beast. Kid: the poor fighter that had the encounter with the beast. SM: staff member. The kid is about 12-13 years old in the story, and so is her son. Now, on to the story. So apparently during arts and crafts class, yes, we do have arts and craft classes here until we are in high school, the kid got hot glue in the EM's kid clothes. Because he is nothing like his mom, he simply said it was okay and kept going on with his day. At the end of the day, the EM comes to pick her son up at the front gate of the school, and that is when her kid breaks the news to her. She then turns bright red and storms out of the car screaming banshee, "I demand to know where kid is." She goes into the hangout area, and unfortunately for him, he was just playing a card game with his classmates while waiting for the bus. The EM stomps over to him, and the following conversation went like this. EM: "You son of a bitch, how dare you get hot glue in my son's clothes?" Proceeded to slap the kid hard. EM: "You are going to pay for his clothes, and you deserve the same happen to you for you to learn a good lesson." At this point, the kid is dumbfounded, looking at EM. And as my mom was about to intervene, SM comes up first. "Excuse me, madam, you can't storm in here like this and do that to one of the students." EM puts her finger in SM's face. "Don't you dare talk to me like that. He did that to my little precious angel, and now he got what he deserved." At this point, more kids have gathered around, and all of them were looking daggers at the EM. Because both the SM and the kid are really good people and most students love them. At this point, the EM has a group of 12-14-year-old students looking at her ready to snap at any second if she decides to do any more harm to anyone. So she just leaves to go back to her car. The kids' parents were called and they went to the police, and at the moment, everyone is getting questioned. But if anything more happens, I will keep you guys posted. Since I can't play on your phone, I will destroy it. So this is a different entitled parent story that happened to me years before the other one that I just posted. I moved to Reddit, so please forgive me for my grammar, my mistakes, and pretty much anything else that's wrong with this post. But first, here's the cast. EM: crazy mother. Aren't all EMs like this? EK: a spoiled kid. AC: amazing cousin because this guy is actually effing cool. Me. Okay, so it starts like this. So I'm at a dinner party, right? And it involves pretty much everybody in my family and people from different families in the neighborhood. Half the people invited I don't even know. Me walks into a dinner party, starts greeting friends and family, and talks to some random people to meet them. EK: the second I walks in, somehow I'm already involved with this brat. EK sees my phone in my back pocket. "Hey there, how are you doing? Can I use your phone?" This kid was very polite about asking me, unlike most other kids that I came across in the entitled parents and the entitled kids world. But oh boy was I wrong about the moment I said, "You can just look at it." The kid snatches my phone and dashes away. So me being confused as I was following him. I ran after the kid for about 10 or 15 minutes until I found him in the laundry room of the house. Me catches up to the kid. "Kid, you can't just take my phone like that, give it back." EK: "I don't think I will, it's mine now." "Kid, just give it back before I call your parents." Apparently calling his parents was apparently the worst move that I can make. EM enters. "Hey there, sweetie, how are you doing? Oh, I see you have a new friend to play with and a new phone." I already didn't like how she was acting, since she referred to my phone as her son's new phone. Me: "Madam, your son took my phone, can I please have it back?" EK: "But mommy, I asked for it and he said yes." Kid: "I don't know who you are, but I just said you could look at it. I didn't say you could take it and run." As frustrated as I was, I tried to keep my anger at the low, but it wasn't going to be like that for long. EM: "Being a smartass as she thought she was attempting to trick me. Oh, that new phone is a new Samsung Galaxy S8. I bought it yesterday for my special little boy." Me: "Madam, it's 2016. The Samsung 8 hasn't even come out yet. Plus, this is a Moto." EM attempts to push me. "Yeah, well, it's my son's now. I gotta attend to a party." I let EM leave, but as soon as EK started to touch the door, I grabbed his collar. Me starts to grow at EK. Give me back my phone now or you won't leave this room until so. AC enters room. AC: what's all this ruckus that you two are causing? Me explains everything that happened in about the past 30 minutes. And so yeah, this little brat won't give me back my phone after I ask him to multiple times. AC: give back my cousin his phone now before I tear it from your hands. EK starts to whine and give up, then immediately out of nowhere, he kicks my cousin's balls. AC seems unaffected by the kick, probably because it was weak as F. Bad move, kid. Bad move. Me, as confused as I was, watched my cousin lift up the kid and throw him onto the ground. EK still has my phone wrapped in his hands. If I can't use your phone and you want it back, then I'll make sure you can't get it back. EK smashed his phone on the floor with all his force and then my phone cracked and broke. EM enters the room yet again because of loud noises and hearing her son screaming like a wailing banshee. Oh my god, what the F did you do to my son's phone? Entitled mother screamed so loud that everybody inside the house, with was about 50 people, came downstairs to watch the event. At this point I was ready to punch the mother in the face, but then right when I was thinking about clenching my fist, Entitled's mother rushed towards me and punched me in the gut. Everybody around me was silent for a minute, then immediately old grad Ian and EK threw them out of the house. Not literally. EM and EK were never allowed to come back to the neighborhood parties ever again and later had to pay for my phone's damages. EM owns everything. So this is a story of my own mother. For some reason, in my mom's mind, everything me and my sister owns, she also owns, and she also likes to say she owns me and my sister and would try to control every aspect of our lives. I'm just gonna tell one of the many stories I have of her. I'm on mobile and English is my first language, I just don't care all that much if I mess up. EM, entitled mom, S, sister, me, take a guess. Okay, so first off, my mom hasn't bought anything of mine since I was 6. Everything I either bought from my own money I earned through chores at grandparents, or my dad never married my mom bought. Later on in my life, my grandma decided I needed a phone after my dad forgot to contact someone to get me from middle school, and I was left there until 6 PM. It was a little flip phone that had minutes. I had to buy it and it cost me less minutes to text than to call, so I only ever called if it was emergencies. Now that's out of the way, let's get to this story during this time I was 13. Me sitting on the steps outside waiting for my dog to be done. EM: OP, where are you? I'm outside with the dog. Get back inside this instant. Hey S, can you come outside and stay with the dog? S comes out. Me goes inside. Yes, EM? I've been waiting for you for 30 effing minutes. Where's your phone? First off, it hasn't been 30 minutes, 5 at most. I have it. Why? Give it to me. I need to talk to my friend. I'm gonna be late to her party. Me not wanting to waste my minutes on texting her friends when she has a phone with unlimited data. Why can't you use your phone? It's dead, so I have it on the charger. So why can't you just turn it on and text him while it's on the charger? Because I want to call them and I don't want to call while it's on the charger. You can't use my phone to call, it costs a lot of minutes. 2 minutes per a minute of calling, plus my mom isn't known to do short phone calls. EM: just give me the damn phone, OP. It's not like you ever need your phone. I should just sell it anyways. Me: you are not touching my phone to tell your friends you are going to be late to their party and you will not be selling my phone. EM: I am your mother, so that means I own everything of yours. You don't have a choice in this matter. Now give me that goddamn phone or else. Me: at this point I see where this is going with her, and my mom isn't exactly fit and I am, and my bedroom is the one room left in that house that locks. My mom took off the locks everywhere else, so I ran to my room and locked my door. My mom followed up and was at the door screaming and banging on the door to let her in and to give her my phone. This I felt was more of an emergency situation than her friend's party. So I called up my grandma and let her just hear what was going on and said she was on her way. My sister at this point went over to the neighbors with the dog to wait this out. This was normal. And roughly 10 minutes later I hear my mom stomp out of the house, slamming the door behind her and the car starting up and leaving. Grandma came soon afterwards and took me and my sister and the dog over to her house to spend the night till my mom cooled off. This was one of the lesser side of stories about my mom, but I figured it's a good one to get started. EM wants me to have premie baby so it won't outshine her birthday. I'm new to Reddit and not sure if this fits into this subreddit, but here it goes. Since I was a kid, my mom, entitled mom, has been self-centered first and a parent second. I could easily write a novel's worth of posts here about growing up with her. I developed a severe anxiety disorder very young, in large part due to the things she would do and say to me. She's not an evil person. I genuinely believe she did the best she could, but just didn't have the skill set for success. As an adult, I feel sad for her because it must be terrible to be stuck with a brain that works in such negative ways. Thanks to therapy, I've fortunately come a long way since my most anxious younger days. That being said, she is the same old entitled mom from my childhood, and I think it would help me more to get out my rant here than to scream at her. So here it goes. This happened a couple weeks ago. I am pregnant with my first child. I've wanted a baby for as long as I can remember, and it took us a long time of trying to finally become pregnant. I won't bother with the details, but once it finally happened, there were persistent signs of miscarriage looming that doctors were warning us of over the first trimester. Needless to say, my partner and I spent most of the first 3 months stressed beyond belief and scared of losing what we've both wanted so badly. Everything seems to be going smoothly now, and we are just starting to come down from that fear and enjoy the daily growth of our baby. Flash forward to me finally feeling comfortable enough to tell my entitled mom I'm pregnant, as well as the horror story we had been dealing with leading up to this announcement. She showed very little interest. Picture telling someone it's supposed to be nice weather for this weekend. That was the extent of the joy shown. I wasn't overly surprised since it's typical of her, and did my best to focus on our excitement. Then came her learning of my due date, 8 days before her birthday. Suddenly her interest peaked to a flustered reaction, and she made a comment or two about that it's not being ideal. I brushed it off and changed the subject soon after. About a month later, I was in town without my partner and stopped by her house quickly. Almost as soon as I sat down, she started in with what I could tell had been on her mind since our last visit announcement, minus the flustered bit. This time she was ready. This was the conversation. Entitled mom: you know, December really isn't a good month to have the baby. We already have so much going on that month. It's really going to get in the ways of things. Me: what things will me having a baby interfere with? Well, there's Christmas to plan for and my birthday. So 2 things then. No, it's also the neighbor's birthday, and your sister's birthday is the beginning of the next month. I think it's just going to be too hectic with all of that going on. Side note, my half-sister is significantly older than me at 50 years old, and we have never once celebrated her birthday since she only visits about once a year at best. The neighbor is an 18-year-old boy that has zero affiliation to our family, and EM just happens to know his birthday is December, and somehow thought throwing this in held back to her case. Me: okay, well, I guess we'll have to find room to squeeze my unborn child in there because there really isn't much I can do about it. EM, ignoring my last remark and continuing with her train of thoughts: 5 pounds babies that arrive early are so much cuter than full-grown ones anyways because they're so little. Me: given what we've already been through, if anything, I'd rather the baby was born a little later than early so it's fully developed and has the best chance at being healthy. EM: having the baby a few weeks early isn't going to make that much of a difference. Lots of healthy babies comes early. Me gritting my teeth at this point: so are you suggesting I go tell my midwife or our doctor that I need to be induced or have a preterm C-section in November because a grandchild in December doesn't fit into your hectic schedule? EM, seeing my anger rising: it's just something to consider. This exchange sums up my entitled mom in a nutshell. At 71 years old, her main concern about the birth of her grandchild is that it will outshine her own special day. Since this exchange, I have told several people my due date, whose birthday are also in December, and every reaction from those people has been excitement and comments about how fun sharing birthdays would be, and jokes about the best babies being born in the month of December. You know, sane reaction to happy news. Thanks for listening, everyone. I needed that. EM takes all of the kids' phones at the bar mitzvah of a kid who isn't even hers. So I joined a class for Jewish kids to get our bar mitzvah. We've graduated and have been attending one ceremony after another. Now, I'm at the ceremony of a friend. I know this story won't be as interesting as many other stories on this sub, but it's still worth sharing. I don't know if this story really belongs here, but it definitely belongs somewhere. Sorry for mobile formatting, TLDR at the bottom. EM, entitled mom. NK, EM's child who isn't actually entitled. A, friend's name who starts with A, J, friends whose names starts with J, BM, bar-mitzvah, E, friend's name who starts with E, me, you. We were all sitting at the designated class table after the ceremony when EM comes up and says she's confiscating our phones. We figured she was one of the BM's close relatives who was trying to make the party screen-free. We could respect that, so we handed over our phones. Then she said, "Oh, you're the adventure class. I'm NK's mom. You guys are kind of cold." First of all, we were all like, wait, she's just some random mom? Oh no, what do we do? Then her comment about us being cold made me realize that NK wasn't at the table. I went and invited her over. She apologized profusely for EM taking our phones. Me, "It wasn't your fault. Sorry, she's weird." "It's fine. How do I contact my parents now?" "Isn't that illegal? It's personal property." I hid my phone in my pocket. Ha! What if it's a secret plot to steal a ton of phones? Lol. We all make small talk for a bit, then BM comes over. Someone told him what happened. He went up to EM. The poor guy was super nervous. He turned around and told us he didn't really know what he could do. It was understandable. None of us really did. Then EM got up to something, and NK got a determined look in her eyes. She grabbed her mother's purse and ran back to our table. She quickly passed out all of the phones. EM was super mad. All she did was complain to NK's grandmother. I hope NK wouldn't take any fire for it. "NK, she's super mad." "Wow, will you be fine?" "Probably." "Thanks so much, NK. She shouldn't have taken them." NK proceeds to tell us about how she only has a flip phone, everyone else at the table has some kind of smartphone, and a tablet with nearly every app and website blocked. Her parents can also take her tablet anytime. Poor kid. So those were the stories for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be highly appreciated. It really does help my channel out. Also, if you enjoy this and want to stay up to date on the latest videos, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next video.